ain't the rootinest, tootinest Marshall tone you ever did see.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness gracious. Look who's back on Tone Junkie TV.
Hello, how's it
Where
going?
have you been,
Man,
Sooze?
I have got COVID.
You had the vid again and again, and then it seems like we were there was some holiday in there.
Out of town.
Was it Easter? And I don't know, just stuff. People, anyway. I was getting letters. People were worried about you.
Man, I'm back. I'm the Sooze, by the way.
He's back. Hello. And, well, hello there. My name is HW. This is, of course, the infamous, the Sooze, the bearded one. And today, Sooze, we are talking about a really killer amp. It's a 68. This is the Mac Daddy of the Marshalls. It's right there behind you.
Not enough people can see it.
It's right there. It is. It's there. And it's right there. This is a 100-watt, 4-input Marshall. Right. And it's the silliest design. Who would want to run multiple instruments through this? Made in 1968, at a time when we already figured out it wasn't a great idea. Leo Fender stops putting instrument channels and microphone channels on his amps somewhere in the late 50s.
Okay.
A whole, seemingly 10 years later, these geniuses release a PA head. It's a plexi with 4 channels. Yeah. Is really what it is. I think there's an extra tube in there or something, or an extra half a gain stage gets utilized on some of them. But I want to tell you something. This is the kind of, to me, these channels are very balanced in a way that actually super leads and super basses are not. I've always found that the bright channel in Marshalls is overly bright. I have to take the presence, turn it all the way to 0 on the bright channel to get like a balanced tone. Okay. And then on the normal channel, you got to crank the presence all the way up, crank the treble all the way up, put the bass all the way down to 0.
So extreme bright,
extreme bright. Yeah. These are a lot. It's kind of usable at all the settings.
That's cool.
And I really like that. I think it sounds big and clear and monstrous. And I'm going to tell you, these are, if you want late 60s plexi tones, to me, there's just an added like clarity and air about this amp that I actually is kind of unique to this over actual super leads or the purple plexi.
Okay.
Maybe it's that extra little gain. I don't even know if it's an extra gain stage. I don't know what it is. It just has. It seems like it has a little more headroom, maybe because it was meant to put multiple instruments through or something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I mean, if this ain't one of the best sounding Marshalls on this side of the Mississippi, Uncle Willie, it's some tone, man. You know what I'm saying? Can I get an amen, Sooze?
Amen.
Amen. Because this is kind of the quintessential, the angels are singing, the mid-range is screaming. Welcome to the church of British rock tone here. So let's play some of them. That was kind of the brighter, clean. No, it wasn't.
Crunchy.
That was kind of crunchy. And now check out this brighter clean. This is like the brightest channel on there, kind of cleanish. Delicious.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, beautiful, bright, clean. Here, this channel, little. Check this voicing out.
Richer, fuller.
Bassier, fuller. Maybe the mic's back a considerable distance. Okay. I don't know. There's secrets to the things, man. You know what I mean? Check that out. Pushed a little more. Maybe even throw it on the bridge. You're going to get all that rich fullness. Great for a bright guitar. It's not really bright. There's not really bright and normal channels, but I tried to adjust the EQ and the mics to give you a lot more variation through the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
obviously a big difference between
that's cool.
channel 1 and 4 there. And then here's, check this out, J22. This is 2 channels jumpered and some mic magic.
That's really cool.
It is good.
Yeah, it's like very balanced. Like you
Yeah.
were saying, it's not
Yeah.
like over bright, dark mids or whatever. It's just a full sound.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of Marshall tones that are recorded that are they like kind of actually fight the voicing of the amp. Okay. Sometimes they're very bright, but also very full on the bottom end. And I find that you have to like get that full bottom end by miking it. If you're just in the room, like it's not overly, you know, Marshalls can be way brighter on the bright channel than they are bassy.
Right.
And you sort of have to find the bass by close miking it, you know, or vice versa. You go to the middle of the cone on the normal channel to kind of get the presence out of it. Let's hear it with the best sounding guitar that was ever created. Hey, not bad.
Rock and roll.
Not bad. Sounds great,
That's
man.
killer.
Sounds good. I'm gonna throw it on the neck. I'm gonna give you a nice kind of roundy clean. But is it really that clean with this guitar? I don't really know. Oh, don't stop.
Man, that's
Sooze.
a great
I mean,
sound.
that's a great sound.
PA32.
PA32.
Wow.
That is, I'll tell you, so it's it's a little bit of a warmer channel, but pull back a little presence, pull back some of the treble, pull the mics back, and even go to a speaker in my 412 cab that I know is not quite as bitey.
Wow.
And all those little things, which are maybe all made up.
Right.
Not even made up, but I mean, maybe I make them up in my head.
Uh-huh.
I know the speakers sound different.
Right.
I have an idea that this one sounds a little darker or a little fuller or whatever. And then you add a little reverb on there. I mean, come on. Here, let's make this really ambient.
I'm going to try it with the bridge, too.
Try it with the bridge. Go ahead. You do whatever you want. Man, what a tone.
So good, man.
That's a good sound.
Write that one down. That's so
3-2.
good.
You got to write that one down.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, man. There's a bunch of stuff in here, and I love amps like this where I feel like you gotta get a little bit creative and try to find, you know, variants of what's in there. You know, a lot of amps have one sound.
Yeah.
And but not all amps have one sound. I feel like this. I mean, people can listen back to the demo. Obviously, like I had Desi over, and you know, he's doing Jimmy Page and Hendrix, and I think it sounds super. Like there's like a cleanliness to this amp that reminds me a lot of those old tones. Like somehow you can hear that the amp is clean even when it's like broken up.
Gotcha.
In a weird way.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know. There's like a clarity, a
clarity,
definition to the notes. You know.
Makes sense.
And which isn't always what people want, by the way, in a late '60s Marshall.
Right.
A lot of times people are like, yeah, I want that plexi sound, and what they really mean is they want like a hot rodded Eddie Van Halen amp. which is not the plexi sound.
Yeah.
It's he modifies amps for a reason.
Right.
That's the brown sound.
Yeah.
Or they want something that's just heavier.
Yeah.
And I've had this comment on several amps where people go, HW, how come you don't profile, like, how come it's not dirtier? And I'm just like, have you ever played a late 60s 50 watt Marshall? They don't get dirtier. This was the amp on 10.
But that in their mind, that's like the heavy Marshall thing. Yeah.
So I always do a thing where I come in here now and I go, okay, people want a little more dirt. They don't realize. And so I actually sometimes push profiles a little higher than they would be.
Okay.
So this doesn't exist in the amp.
Okay.
This is actually past the amount, and then I use a boost. I also have to baby the amps a bit because I don't want to blow things up. And I blew this amp up once before. I actually tried to profile this, and then it just went pop. It flashed. I heard a pop, and then no sound. So it's been in the shop for a while. But anyway, check this out. This is with a Klon pushing and some extra gain in front. This is rocking on the bridge. Let me take down your verb a bit. And look, you see how much gain? I'm talking through the guitar.
I just turned the volume on. It's like, all right, here we go.
Oh, man. Righteous.
Where's the drummer, man?
Yeah. A lot of gain.
Wow.
A lot of gain.
More than is on tap.
A lot of gain. And I hid that guitar too, obviously always has a very like kind of rich, like vintagey sound.
Yeah.
But you want to know what I hid inside here? I hid something.
Okay.
You know, people say,
Dude, stick flips.
HW, HW, does the Kemper feedback? And I'll definitively answer that question. Feedback has nothing to do with the amplifier of any.
Right.
You could have a clean guitar feedback, 100% clean.
Yeah.
You just need enough decibels that the vibration of the sound wave vibrates one of the strings on the guitar. And it'll usually do that some octave above the note.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you actually hold your hand like on an A, you could get that note to feed back as long as you get the A coming out here. It'll just rattle the string.
Right.
And that's feedback. It's creating the sound wave, which then fuels, which
More
then
sound.
goes back into it.
Right.
It's feeding the thing. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's feeding back. So
Question I've never thought of.
Yeah.
If you're experiencing feedback and you kill your volume on your guitar, is it gone?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you've stopped the sound wave that's making your guitar vibrate.
Interesting.
And so then to that same like logic, bodies of the guitar can vibrate as well at a frequency, which is why a semi-hollow or acoustic will ring even if you stop the strings.
Right.
It's just that now you have, you know what I mean? It's a loop.
That was a rabbit trail from that righteous tone.
Oh yeah.
That was
Well,
killer.
this was the absolute. You will notice I hid in here because people have loved the Rock Pack so much. I went back, got some magic from the Rock Pack, and I sprinkled it right on here. And it's a '68 Mars PA 4+. Because you're doing that,
It looks
and because I put this here, we're gonna get people saying those are devil horns, and how dare us? And we're part of the Illuminati.
Just matching the M.
And we're
in the
not.
middle.
I know. It is just. It's just. I mean,
It's rock.
Yeah. It really is. And I will say this. It really, to me, cleans up in a really nice way. Because you just come up here and you get this. Okay, that was dirtier than I thought it was going to be. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just, well, here we go.
Two things. One,
Get
that
outta
was better
here.
than I was expecting on the cleanup.
so good.
And two, did we just discover like a new genre of music, which
Yeah.
is jazz, blues, crunchy guitar?
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
jazz and blues
Yeah.
mashed
Just
together.
right
with
there. Incredible.
I know,
Incredible.
it really is though.
You know, I mean, those are little fuzz that we put on there. That's a whole new genre. I call that floral pentatonic by the stream.
Dude, I call that band name.
Yeah.
Where else are the people going to go for
I
this
don't
kind
know.
of content?
This is quality content. So anyway, I hid some profiles in there that have some of that rock pack magic.
Gotcha.
Sprinkled it on these profiles, put it in there.
Cool.
And these profiles that have the rock pack symbol with the M. You know, it could be Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Hang loose.
Hang 10? Hang loose?
10 or hang 8.
Man.
You know, so anyway, I'm really proud of this pack. I think for me, if people ask me what's like, do you have a great Marshall pack?
Huh.
I'm gonna say this pack or the rock pack because
Okay.
it's super bass or that. It depends on what people are after.
Yeah.
You know, I would also say that the Marsh 45 100 is, but that's JTM 45. Like it's different.
Totally.
Kind of beast. But I think what people are talking about when they go like, you got like they're usually talking about like Van Halen kind of.
Gotcha.
That sort of thing. Yeah. So anyway,
it's a great one.
It's a good one. It's a good one. It is a great one. It is a great one. You want to know something? We did it for the Helix as well. They don't even know. They don't even know about that. They don't even know about it.
It's coming.
It's coming. Actually, they might already know.
By now.
I can't remember
understand.
the order of this. But anyway, I've been HW. Thanks so much for watching
I've been the Sooze.
Tone Junkie TV, and we're gonna go out with some.
HW, play us out.
Please.
I've always wanted to say that. I've always wanted to say that.
All right, here we go. Let's see. This is. I'm really gonna challenge myself to clean this up. You know what I'm saying? That was beautiful.
Tone Junkie. That's really good.
That's awesome.